Hey guys, welcome to Tickzon, where we try to turn our hindsight into your foresight. Shake my hand. And today we're going to be talking about student loan, how it works, and how it applies to you. Now, for reference, we're going to be talking about Plan 2 of this, how student loan works, which is basically anyone who's gone to university after September of 2012, which for most of us is the case. And yeah, so straight into the video. So, the first thing I want to talk about right now, before we even talk about how student loan works, is I've heard a lot of people saying they're not trying to go to uni because of student loan and don't want to incur debt. So, you shouldn't be thinking about that. The issue about student loan, this is, firstly, let me make you understand. This is not America. Your student loan does not affect your credit score. It does not show up in your credit report. It doesn't stop you from getting a house or anything. You only pay back your student loan once you earn over 25,000. You only start paying back student loan when you start earning over £25,725, and even over that you only pay 9% over that. So and after 30 years your student loan is forgiven. So if you don't pay back everything within the 30 years time period, it is wiped off. It doesn't affect you. You just go JJ by your day. So yes, you don't pay back anything until you start earning over 25k essentially, and it's 9% over that, which on a monthly charge. So for example, let me give you an example. I took down some notes just so you know the thing is real. If you are earning over 27k, which is the standard rate for most grad schemes out here, then you would only be paying, oh, my drink is in the way, you would only be paying £9.54 per month, which is what is 9% over how much you're making. So it's pretty, no offense, it's pretty insignificant. The reason why I say you shouldn't really worry about your student loans is that you only pay back the student loans if you're making any money. Now, the part about student loans you need to actually worry about is your maintenance loan or maintenance grants. So the issue about the tuition fee, don't worry about that too tough, if I'm being completely honest. Although I will say, when you get that letter at the end of graduation, it's serious, because how student loan works is that from the moment you start uni, you check in, you sign in, all that kind of stuff, they start incurring charges and interest on you from the get-go. So in your head, you're saying, oh my days, I just did 3 years, I did 9k, and then I did, let's say, 4k per, 5k per year, so that's 27 plus 15 if you did a 3-year degree, and that is, quick maths, 27 plus 15, 32, 42,000. But when you come out of uni, you'll get hit by a bill, for example, that's 50,000, because then your debt is being compounded and you start paying that when you come out. Now, you hear £50,000 of debt and you get kind of scared, but you only will be paying, if you're earning 27k, you'll only be paying £9 per month. It's as simple as that. If you start earning below 25k, you won't pay anything in student loan. You'll still pay in tax and NI, but you won't pay anything in student loan. So, and after 30 years, that gets wiped, just forgiven. And statistically, a lot of us won't pay it back. You would actually be having to earn serious money over the next few years of your working life, probably in the over 100Ks, 200Ks, to actually say you're going to pay it back early. And it's not really a requirement to pay it all back early. So don't rush to pay off that debt, if I'm being completely honest. The part you want to focus on when you're in uni is, how are you going to survive in uni? So most times, when you're going to uni, it's your maintenance loan and your maintenance grant that actually counts to your survival in uni. And if you've gone to uni or you're in uni, you know what the struggle is. Now, this is where you have to have discussions with your parents and look what's out there, because the way it's designed is means tested, which basically means that it's dependent on the income of both your parents, or your single parent if you only have one parent who declares, and it's dependent on their income, and that's irregardless of how many kids they have, that's irregardless of how much money they have. So let's say, for example, typically your mom or your dad maybe is earning 45k at this point in time. That's a reasonable thing to say. They're earning 45k, but they have 4 kids. One's in private school, two of them are in uni, they have bills to pay at home, mortgage. In reality, they are not living a very lavish lifestyle. Their net worth is probably very low and they don't really have much disposable cash. So, but the government sees it as okay, it's 45k, your mom has 45k, so basically if we give you 5k, your mom can make up the rest, even though in reality that's not the case. That's the reason why it's very important for you to have a discussion with your parents and say, okay mom, okay dad, where can you help me? I would say if you're already in uni and you've had your first semester in, I would say, okay, now check how far your student loan has gone through, how much you should spend each month, how much you need to eat and also enjoy, and then go have a discussion with your parents about how much they can contribute. Also, subsequently, a lot of you may have to go get jobs. For me personally, my student loan in first year and second year, I did 4 years, and yeah, for almost the 3 years until my last year, did not cover my accommodation. So I had to work extra to go and do accommodation and eating and etc. So, you know, it's kind of sad in that sense. Because it's means tested, if you're middle class, you get hit the worst. So I believe the maximum they give now for maintenance loan is 11k, 12k. And if you're classified as poor, or if you're on benefits or job or your family's on benefits, etc., job seekers allowance, then you would likely get the maximum, as well as also if your uni is in London, because London is expensive. And then obviously if your parents are in the rich side of things, over a certain threshold, then most of those families do have disposable income to kind of fund their kids through uni. Whereas if you're in the middle band, then that's really where the struggle is, because you know that middle income families, majority of people are actually middle class, but they don't realize it. But because you're in the middle, and let's say your mom is, you know, maybe she's on 50k, but in reality she's a single mother with 3-4 kids, and she has to do all the things in the house, and she's got no one supporting her. So it doesn't actually take into account how much in reality your house is making. So it's a disservice in that sense. So your main thing about student loan is about how are you going to survive in uni. So do what you got to do to get the maximum student loan as humanly possible, because it's all about surviving uni. You know, if you're in London, go for the max. Do what you can to get that. Check out grants. There's a lot of grants. There's a lot of grants for pretty much every race, gender, religion, sports, activity, regardless of the level you're playing at. Obviously, if you did well in A levels or GCSEs, there's grants for that. If you go to libraries in your community, there's normally resources to help you out in terms of finding out funding, etc. I know you can actually send letters to to wealthy people asking them to sponsor you. There's different ways of funding, but honestly, if you need to get a job, if you're about to go to uni, then the ideal thing would be that now it's in the summer. If it's in the summer you're watching this, if it gets to the summer before going to uni, start applying for jobs then and there. If you're already in a job, let's say you're already working for Next, see if you can get a transfer. If you're in uni now, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, if you're not budgeting, if you're not like managing your money, especially if this is your first time living away from home and you've never had to manage money at home, I beg you, go watch our budgeting video and just rock with us. But still, think about how you're spending your money, because it really and truly, if you have more shoes and ASOS more times than you've actually gone to grocery store to buy food, like a fruit or something like that, then honestly you're probably not managing the thing well. If you're eating pot noodles and just Domios and microwave food, then that's not healthy, because really and truly uni is about coming up and taking care of yourself, because it can be a very draining time, and student loans should not stop you from going to university. Please, anybody that you see talking about they don't want to go to university because of they take so much debt, most people aren't going to pay back the debt. It doesn't affect you in a mortgage, it doesn't affect you in getting a job or anything. It doesn't show up on anything. Literally, the only time that it may affect you is obviously if you're self-employed, then you have to file your taxes yourself, and then you have to now pay your student loan based on that. Now, there's a misconception to some extent that if you are once you graduate, you won't pay student loan until the next April, but it's really about how much you're making that year. Most people obviously won't be making up to 25k in their final year of uni to start paying back student loan, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So unless you're seriously working and doing uni, then kudos to you, because I did 2 jobs at one point in time, and I was stressed as well, but it wasn't 25k worth stress. So it's all about making over that threshold. So if you take 25,725 and you put that and divided that over 12 months, if you made over that month in your final year of uni, after you graduate, and if you're making that per month after graduating from uni, then they'll probably start taking student loan from you. But in a tax year between April and April is when if they took it from you, then they'll return it to you, or you call them up and they'll get you that check back, because these man tried to take my money early and I said nothing, you gotta bring that thing back. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like that, but yeah. So when it comes to student loan, that's how it works. It would plan to it will be forgiven after 30 years. You pay back 9% of anything you make over 25k. Yes, they are charging interest from once you start university, but that is really non-consequential for most people. And if you're making under 25k, then you don't have to worry about paying back student loans. It's really that simple. So if you don't have a job when you come out of uni, you're not paying back student loan. Don't be stressing. Obviously, that letter is very daunting, but it is very mean. But the only flaw with student loan is that it is means tested, and that's the reason why a lot of people struggle in uni, because they don't have enough money to survive. And a lot of our parents think that student loan is enough to cover us throughout uni, but that's a lie. It's a very big lie. So you have to go have a conversation with your parents and let them know that the government, the way they've designed the student loan is that they expect your parents to cover the difference. So make sure you go have the conversation with your parents, because they don't advertise this and they don't talk about it, but they that's why it's means tested, because it's based on your so most of you have got your parents either P60 or P45 or whatever, uploaded it, sorry, P60, yeah, and then and gonna upload it into student loan company is based on your parents. So they expect your parents to cover the difference. Most of our parents can't cover the difference. So make sure you're talking to your parents about whether it's a job. And obviously don't I worked a lot in uni. Don't do that. It's a bit stressful. You know, have a conversation, see what they can do, see where you can get grants, etc. And then manage your money well. Because it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep and how you spend it. Most people could be saving more. Most people could be using their money more effectively, you know. And if you're in uni, listen, it's not the time to be shakballer, you know. Instead of getting Henny, get Tesco Value. Instead of getting Smirnoff, get Glens. I mean, I'm not promoting drinking out here, but I'm saying, like, if you're gonna go enjoy your life, but sensibly. You get what I mean? You're gonna get waves either way. So be smart about it. And yeah, guys, thank you for rocking with us. This is the Tickzon Mentorship Scheme. Hopefully this has provided some value to you, and hopefully you've understood a bit more. Obviously, you've got more questions about how the student loan system works. Comment below, like, subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. Jesus Christ. And thank you very much. Smile. And good luck with whatever you're trying to do, whether it's uni, college, whether you're contemplating uni, not contemplating uni, whether you are in uni. Live your best life, enjoy, keep on smiling, and make sure you take care of yourself, because loneliness in uni is a real thing. So make sure you're making friends, taking care of yourself, and use the services that are available there. That's just my last thing. So sorry that's a bit long, but thank you guys and take care. The student and that, my G, my one net, my G, masters and that, masters and that. Look at him. Look at the guy. Look at the guy. This is the guy from the top man from the gang. Master is it? The guy, Mr. Man from the gang. From the gang.
Don't gas me, bro.
My guy. I'm just trying to be like you out here, fam. I'm just trying to be like you, fam. I'm just trying to be like you. Painting and that. Look at that. Bride price. Yeah, I know he's a man, but you gotta pay the price. You gotta pay the price. It's blessed, bro.
You know.
Let me finish this thing, yeah.
Didn't even wanna.
Fam, you know the topic I'm talking about right now?
What?
Student loan. But if he flex for you, he brought me a drink.
No.
Master student.
I did as well.
Master student. But like, guy.
Man, them love yourself, yeah. Especially the girl, them, yeah. Love yourself, man.
Nah, bless.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad it's over.
Look at this guy.
It's mad.
You know, ones, yeah, uni things, yeah, the thing is stressful, yeah. And once you get out of the thing, the stresses, you know,
Please, you understand it perfectly, so I can tell you that. Like,
fam, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You get through it. Uni is one of them ones, ups and downs, a little bit of, like, you know, stress, both mental, emotional, physical, them late nights. You're supposed to do your work on Monday. You forgot, so you did it on Wednesday. Deadline Thursday. Jesus Christ, the thing is mad. But we're here, no? We're here, no? We're here, no? Done nothing. Done.
Man,
Kiki,
follow
Becky,
my man on YouTube.
Shisha,
Like,
Bieber,
comment, subscribe,
all of that.
notifications and all them things there.
All of that.
I sound like a YouTuber.